Hello, welcome to episode 28 of Aurei Plays Factorio Seablock. We're getting to the point where we've set up most of our um, basically convenience loops and such. At this point, we're really getting to the point where we're quite happy to be using a little bit of resources to make my life a lot more convenient. I think next step is bringing some of this slag back down because we're using that heavily. Let's put some in here. We'll want to use this crushed stone, probably putting it in landfill, and yeah, we'll be looking to solve our power issues. Well, we don't. We are sort of working towards the limits here. We'll increase our power output a little bit, mostly by scaling up some of these buildings, but also by making sure that tech-wise we've got everything we need. And we'll set up a small factory at the top to do red science, I guess. That's something that I'm okay with automating, and then we can just get all the text that we need. Okay, so we're up here. Yeah, so we need the long-armed inserters to actually get the fuel going here, but what we can do is start on getting this out here, as long as we've got some iron, and we don't have a lot. I was sort of expecting there to be a lot more leftover iron at this point, but apparently like the saw thing really does take a lot. So this is, yeah, we're looking to tech out of this at the earliest opportunity. We do have some mud in reserve probably, yeah, so we can craft some bonus landfill. I don't think I'm looking at mud for the main source of my landfill. Having crushed stone is probably quite useful, and we can use that a lot as well. Some of that crushed stone needs to get into regular stone in order to get a stone bricks. But I think those loops are kind of key. What we also want to be doing is getting up brown algae production, I guess, for the purposes of automating stuff like circuits. Let's see, so okay, so we have these washing recipes for clay. Okay, it's good to know if when we need clay bricks. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think so. The carbon dioxide stuff, I think, comes in later. Like we could be creating algae with this, but I think the main source of power should be the arboretra. They're limited by the seed generator, so if we can't get enough seeds, then we're just out of luck. But mostly that should be fine. I am gonna add a little bit on here, just one machine to make the backlog run a little bit further. see. Yeah, here we go. It's not the most urgent thing, but it'll give me some peace of mind to have that that's running. Let's see. Okay, let's put down the inserters. And we have some belts. So these are running all the time, so the soil that this gives us will back up this line, which means if we scale it up later, we'll be a lot happier about it. Yep, okay. Okay, here the iron is really coming along. Like, I can, this is really what I was looking for. Awesome, so let's just steal that and craft some more belt. So next step was bringing the slag back down. And also let's research some, because then we can get the inserter configuration thing to actually feed the furnaces with this belt. So if we look at what we're doing, it really is the slag that is limiting us. So if we feed this in right away, I guess that the storm of iron that we were getting was also from when I carried over that slag production, basically. Yeah, we'll need an underground belt here, and then we can just merge it in. But let's actually craft that already. I'm gonna get some science specs. Ah, cool, blazer. Yeah, so if you want to run this yourself, you might want to think about letting it run at some point for a bit. I might do that as well, like running it overnight. Once everything is really started up, and you're confident that it will run for a while, you can just let it run and collect some resources. I might do that. I'm also okay with not doing that, since finding what you can do to help the factory is actually kind of a nice challenge. It makes sure that you keep tabs on everything. If you can't really do something that increases efficiency by a lot, it means that you might be able to do some housekeeping, like rearranging stuff, making sure that everything is nice and clean, removing old factories that used to work in another tech and now are no longer used. So stuff like that makes it like, if you can manage that, it can be really fun. But if you're like, you can also say, hey, I don't really care for that, and it can be a little bit more relaxing if you just let it run. It can also induce like the sort of thing that where you get a little bit, I don't want to say lazy, but you lose some of your focus to getting stuff to where you really want it to be, in the sense that yeah, you lose basically some of the constraints that you get from just playing through it without letting it run. Okay, let's merge this in. And that's another setup done. So this crushed stone, we probably want to be doing something with that. Is that the? I think that's the last thing we need to. Oh yeah, and we need the to actually configure this. So let's research some more. Then we can get the inserters running here. For this, I might just locally build a factory that puts it into, like, maybe just move this over there. No, actually we just need the assembly machine, right? I might actually have one of those. Doesn't look like it. I could craft one if I had a little more resources, but we'll just put it down, convert it into landfill. Landfill doesn't, like, it's 10 to, the ratio of that is 10 to 1, so it will take so much time. Like if it just takes away, it takes away a lot of the issues. Yeah, so for the brown algae, I just put them in a chest. At some point we want to have paper production, which uses brown algae. I think that's the main use, but there might be other things. So power-wise, we could actually get more power by setting up an algae farm, I think. But at this point, like the profit you get out of doing that is not that big. I think you want algae 2 for that, and then you could do something with it. So for now, we'll have to just let this run. Yeah, we're still, like, we're at like 7, fluctuating between like 60, 70, 80% of our power usage. That's pretty good, but it does mean that, for example, if you look at this, basically, it will be a while before, like, we see, actually, so it's almost backed up, so that's nice. That's pretty good. Let's pick this up. This we can, I'm just gonna put that in the chest there, I guess, because that means that we have a lot of backup. Okay. Yeah, let's remove the limiter. Let's put all the stuff in, and yeah, so I think this will. Not sure. Yeah, I think this will first pick up from the back, so this will quickly backlog. Let's see. We have some more red science to use. Yeah, once we have the long inserters, we can fix up that. Can I build? No, I used all my iron for science again. Can I build an assembly machine now? I can. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, so once we get those, I'll need. So we'll make landfill from the crushed stone up here. Or maybe I'll actually make stone out of it. I'm not quite sure. We have some mud. Let's queue up a craft for that. And yeah. So this is passed. So we can add more arboretra. That's actually, I think that makes sense to do quite soon. It will mean that we can get this production up a bit, and we can just see where the limits of our power consumption are. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we have some science packs to drop off here. And that means we can go up here to arrange this landfill production. Yeah, here we go. It's yeah, it's a little bit tight, but that's fine. Let's use the other landfill recipe. So this will work. So I mean, we can never have enough landfill. The only thing is that we might want to take care of. Okay, you used to need slag somehow to make algae. I recall having to set up a more complex loop. And I don't know if that was because I was just ignorant or because I didn't know what to do, but yeah, okay, so we'll need, let's see, we'll need some steel plates and we'll need an electronic circuit or two. Yeah, okay, so that means that we gotta set up the whole, so that might be a good thing to do, like set up tin and solder. We'll want, I mean, having dedicated machine for that at this point might not be necessary, but it is something that we'll need at some point, and it makes our life a lot easier when trying to make these circuits. So I guess that is gonna be my next step. Arboretra will have to wait a little bit for that. I'm actually on the fence about that now. Let's see. What do I need to craft one of these? I need. Oh, I can probably get a lot more, right? I just need tinned copper wire and here we need solder. I have some more solder, but I could craft some more as well, I think. But let's get some tinned copper wire. Yeah, no, I can't craft too much more, but okay. So the long inserters have finished. That's awesome. Let's go up there and then use that. So we're gonna run this here. I'm gonna configure this to grab from there. We'll do this. We'll take these up. We'll get fuel here. And these will go here. This will grab from there. And this will grab from there and extend that a little bit. And go like this. And then we'll need to put a power pole here. Okay, awesome. So now we've got this fueled up. It won't just suddenly stop. I think this is a possible bottleneck, and other than that, I'm actually not very concerned about anything. Okay, let's see. So this will start to back up now, I think. So let's just wait a little bit. I want to see what happens. So does it take this or this? I think it should be taking this, but it's at 35 now. Oh yeah, it will of course only take it when it's needed, but slag for the mineralized water. Oh yeah, I recall that. Okay, yeah. Yeah. And did I do that in the beginning? I guess I did for a little bit, or was it the other water? It's salt water as well, right? So for this, yeah, it was just saline water. Okay. Yeah, so this is now 33. Yeah, so it is taking this one, and here we are indeed going to see a backup. So that's cool. That means we've got a lot in store, and this is just waiting to expand. Okay, let's see. So can I craft some more circuits? I can craft one circuit. So oh yeah, so we need the basic thingies. Let's craft an assembly machine. And there we go. Oh, so that's still needed to. Yeah. So what are we gonna do next? Yeah, I guess craft the algorithm, see how the power usage pans out. If we can scale it up, then we probably want to be doing something about these electrolyzers, like adding one or two. Yeah, we could probably add one right now. Since these, like, it would add 100 kilo, a little less than 100 kilowatt over these, so and we're not reaching the 800, so I'm okay with doing that. Yeah, let's do that. Meanwhile, I'm gonna craft some of these components that we need. So let's put some of this in there and some of that. So pipe-wise, what do we need? We need to continue this on to here. And we need to landfill this a little bit. Okay, see you around, Blazer. Thanks for watching. I'm happy to hear how your factory turns out as well. And let's see. We need some more power poles. That's and we actually need some. Wait, do we have another recipe? Oh, from purified. Oh, but that's exactly, we need the slag, right? So that's the important part. So electrolyzer. Here we go. Like this, like this. The underground pipe. Put a power pole down, I guess up here. We'll need some more belts. Let's hope that is enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Question mark. Let's see. Need to landfill this up. Connect this up. So now we've added another electrolyzer. Power wise, yeah, we're still doing fine, but we need to keep an eye on that. So this will speed up like the process of getting more materials. If the iron manages to backlog all the way back, then this will stop and we can create some landfill as well. Hey games, welcome to the stream. The high sea is treating me excellent. I need nothing from it. I just tile over it with sand and then I'm happy. So, yep. Let's see, can we craft, we've got some electronic components, and we need, do we need, I guess we'll need more iron for that as well. So let's pick that up, craft another one. Yeah. Okay, so two, that means we can craft an arboretum once we have the steel for it. So let's get some steel as well. Let's see. Down here, right? Yep. Okay, so we need some more iron plates, some more, yeah, for iron pipes and some more steel plates. Then we're good. Yeah, speaking of seas, I think there's a mod that allows boats. I'm pretty sure that's in here. I'm not sure that would be good. I guess it would be good in here because you can reach all around your island. On the other hand, the problem is that at some point you want to be tiling some of that up. So I guess that could be kind of awkward. I'm pretty sure I've seen like a ferries mod or something that sort of works like trains, but then with boats. Let's see how we are doing. I can make a desert sea generator, but I actually want to be creating an arboretum. Okay, we're good on iron now, so let's hope we build enough steel. Yeah, we did. Okay. So let's also start tiling this up because we need some more space. And let's. Why do I have these carbon charcoal? Oh, I picked up the other setup. So let's actually put the charcoal filters in here, and that will create a little bit bigger of a backlog, but we're fine with that. I think it shouldn't be too big, but because then it can stall. But having like I guess it will reach like up to here or something, which is fine. Yeah, how are you doing here? Yeah, this is still fine. We are getting a lot of copper, which I think that sort of suggests that we want to be making some copper piping as well. The thing about having it from stone, I guess. Okay, so let's also use Fni to figure out what we want to do, or not Fni, Helmut to figure out what we want to do there. So I won't need these power blocks anymore. Can we delete those somewhere? Here we go. I figured that out. This is also, I'll keep that around, it might be useful. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to figure out if pipe apply, let's see, so stone pipe, if we make that, if we have, say we need one of them, and we make that from stone, we make that from crushed stone, and crushed stone we make from slag, I guess. That makes sense, right? So then in the end, what do we get? We get 2 slag turns into 1 pipe. And if we look at the recipe for curved pipe, let's see if that matters. So the curved pipe recipe takes 10 of that, and then stone bricks, I guess. So yeah, so I guess let's add that as well. So add a recipe, stone, or just pipe, and let's say stone pipe to ground, and we want this I guess to be 1 as well. And can we say this is 1 as well, or can we, yeah, we can just do the 1. So for 1 stone pipe, we need, okay, yeah, this doesn't work out. But it was 2 slag to get, yeah, so if we remove this, it's 2 slag to get 1 pipe. So I guess the question is, so what does 2 slag get us otherwise? So we want to add a recipe, but I guess yeah, let's just see how much a copper pipe costs in slag, and then see what else we get. So we want 1 copper pipe. This comes from this recipe, from this recipe, from this. This comes from. Is there a difference? It can be done in a crusher. Oh, it can actually be done in an assembly machine. Okay, interesting. But yeah, this comes from crystallization, which comes from slag filtering, which comes from slag slurry. Okay, so where we're at is that 9 slag makes 1 copper pipe. However, what do we get in addition to that? We get 2 iron ore and 2 crushed stone. But I think the 2 crushed stone. Yes, okay. So if we just want to get piping, so basically the question is if we instead use two slag to get the same thing. So would we still make the other trade, right? So would we still want to do the other setup? So that's 7 basically turns 7 slag into 2 iron ore, etc. And my guess is I don't know actually. Yeah, so it didn't really give me the insight that I was looking for, in the sense that I would still, like, I'm still not sure if we want to be dedicating some setup to this, but my gut feeling is that we do actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split this equally and then turn this into a stone machine. But then I am gonna limit this chest to 1 slot. It will reduce our resources a little bit, but we'll be fine for a while. Let's see. Okay, so meanwhile we've built our arboretum. We can drop that down. There we go. Apropos, we actually need some piping, but we might just have enough to make this work. Looks like we do. We can put this in here, add a power pole. We'll need an output inserter, and some landfill to make this work. Let's gather up some mud. Okay, thanks, Gims. That's very helpful. Well, I guess we'll set this up then. We'll return this to the way it was. It's still we'll still need it for some buildings. So I'll set it up like this so that we can just say, hey, get some stone if we need to. We do have some landfill over here, just 23, but that's quite nice because it makes us able to fill this up. And we need a couple of belts. So let's grab some iron. Okay, that was quite a nice backlog. Yeah, about 100 of that. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. So we wanted. Oh yeah, I wanted to requeue this recipe. Okay, let's see. So let's fill this up. Put down another power pole and copy this recipe. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll start crafting copper pipes from now on and see if we if that agrees with us. Okay, so what was next? Yeah, we could either be working towards getting the tin and copper smelting going, or not tin and copper, tin and lead, because it's what we need to create circuits for some of these buildings. Actually, I think the arboretra are the main, and the seed generator are the main one. So I guess since we've built another one, it's not quite as urgent to have that. We'll likely get a little bit of a backlog of trees now. We might be crafting another one if we can get to it. Research wise, the electrochemics lab is probably, I guess we need that for green research. There's actually a lot of potions I don't know here, but okay, so single use Atmos test, okay. Yeah, this looks like the green research I know. This unlocks a lot of different farming kind of things. But yeah, so do we want to do this for power? I recall something of the sort. Let's see. So this unlocks, yeah, so with green science this unlocks Arboretum 2. We have desert tree farming, which gives us like food and stuff. I have no clue if we want this. There's a lot of I guess it makes crystal dust, which I think is something we want to be doing at some point. But I guess for now we'll just leave this be. We'll go for some of the red science stuff that we need. We can do sulfur processing if we want to, I think. Let's see, groundwater bore sulfur processing. Yeah, that brings back some of the sulfur that we need. It's probably best to do that if we have a use for mineralized water. Let's see. Mineralized water. So what do we use that for? We use that. Okay, we use that. Oh, of course, for the sapphire steratites generation. We can use it for this setup, which is we need geode processing for that. Geode processing 2 even. We're a little bit off from that, but not too much. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Let's explore farming as well. Let's see, what do we have for mineralized water still? Yeah, so the ore processing. Ah, yeah. So this goes into the level 2 green algae recipe as well. Um, yeah, this is quite a lot faster. Let's see, but I seem to recall that this is mainly for the carbon dioxide, which goes into the arboretra. That helps a lot more. Yeah, let's see what we can do with the farming as well. So let's look at, for example, desert. Okay, so there's desert tree seeds, which yeah, are we made, and so you make those in. You can unlock the specialized recipes, right? And so these are used in specific. Oh wait, so this is yeah. So these are used for desert tree arboretra with sand, which create trees, and so these are the seeds are 1-to-1, and they also have a byproduct. Let's see. So how are these recipes? So these create 4 trees out of 2 tree seeds. Yeah, so let's check out in this line we have. Did we get that from? Yeah, so here we're creating. So it's yeah, it's 1-to-2 ratio of seeds to. And here we have the desert. Yeah, okay. So I recall what's going on here. That so the tree seed generators are generally the bottleneck, right? So because you can't, like, you need more of, you need to get the actual trees out of them. Oh, but okay. So that's the loop we can set up with. So if we want to make desert trees, we need. Okay, I guess we need some more stuff. So, but if we can make desert trees, that means we can make desert tree generators, which means we could extend this a lot. Okay, I'm starting to get some insight into this. I'm gonna make a cut for YouTube, but we'll continue figuring this out. So